up, you guys? It's Mary.
And Emma.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, y'all, because today we are talking about something that unfortunately happened in South Africa.
Yes.
We are in East Africa.
Yes.
But we are in Africa. We're in Tanzania, to be specific.
Yes.
But we have kind of known about this whole whites only thing that's been going on for a little bit. I think somebody,
South Africa.
Yes, go black to Africa. But
yes,
what happened was
he did a show.
Yes, he did.
And you have to. I mean, he just has really wonderful shows.
Great content about
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, he has a lot of wonderful content. I mean, yeah, and it's Gold Black, and it's the number 2 Africa, right? And anyhow, it was a little while ago, a few months ago, he did the show, and he was talking about how in the country of South Africa, there is a white-only town where only whites are supposed to be there. And it was actually kind of signed at given the okay, the thumbs up by the South African government that it was okay to create this town. I was so stunned when I heard that this year because, and apparently this town has been there for a while.
And there's also a documentary about it on Netflix. Somebody actually had told me that there was a documentary about it on Netflix about this whites only town.
So I mean, it blew my mind because one of my adopted sisters is from Namibia, so they were there with the whole apartheid was happening, where you had blacks being put down, not being able to study in peace, with all the whole apartheid movement, and with Nelson Mandela being president, you will think that for a country like that to now have a white-only town, and the mostly African government has signed off on this, it just blows my mind. If you allow that to happen in South Africa, what reassurance do you have that it's not going to continue to kind of creep to different places until it's like you're pushing blacks to a certain area, blacks in South Africa, to a certain area, and then it's just taken over by these whites who have decided to have their own area. And also, it's getting to a space, to a point now where they're either already printing their money, from what I can remember, or that's what they're seeking to do next, and to govern themselves. When I say no blacks are allowed, they're not even allowed to come in there for work or anything like that. Where's the cat?
The cat went under here.
Oh, okay.
They have their own people working there. So the black people
they don't hire blacks.
It's no black people there.
And nobody who is not white is allowed in this town.
I know it was shocking to a lot of people. When I was looking at Instagram on all the videos, because we're talking about this because there was an incident where two black people went to, I guess this is a whites only pool. Two teenage boys
they really look like, one looks like he's no more than 11 or 12. Yeah. And the other one, they don't look more than 15. Yeah. One of them looks as though he's maybe 11. Yeah. Or 12.
But yeah, so they were there swimming or whatever. Mm-hmm. This white man, this grown ass white man with a beer belly and all, jumps in the pool, starts attacking one boy. Then the other boy kind of started. He started to strangle, and then they got in the water. He was in the water first. It started from him hopping. It started from the boy being in the water. He jumps in, drags him out of it, and then he starts choking and strangling him, and then beating him. Then several other by the time it ended, there was 12 grown ass white men beating up these young teenage boys.
And I saw one black African man on the outside. He didn't even jump the fence that was not even that high.
And there were some black people around.
Go and help. And I saw some black boys around there. But the one black man I saw, I would have wanted him to jump over the fence. Because these are men against boys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But he did not.
And no one, even among the Caucasians who were there, no one even attempted to say enough. This is not okay. And it's obviously not in this white town. So it's a pool that people can go to. So the boys are going there because they say, oh, okay, this is like some recreational pool. And these guys decide, no, you cannot come here because this is a whites only. And I have seen this, I think it was about a year ago. I think I told you, the restaurants. There was with an Asian man.
Yeah.
And this black couple wanted to go there. And I guess it was after 5 p.m. for dinner. And he shows them the sign, no. After this time, black people were not allowed there. After this time, because his people have to come there. South Africa, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But one thing for sure.
We will never be going to South Africa. We will never even put our foot there.
No,
we will not even think about going there. Because it's effed up, actually.
I will never go there.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Because my thing is...
I will never go there. I'm not going to patronize a country like that. I'm not going to patronize a government like that. I'm not going to even go give one single money to a country like that. Just like I will never go to France after they force those young girls to take off the hijab.
Yeah,
like
I will never go to France.
I will not go.
I'll never go to Paris either.
Yeah, will never go there because I mean there are so many other countries in the world. I mean,
why waste my time with
that rubbish? There's another 50-something countries in Africa. There's a whole 54 countries minus South Africa. I don't have to go there. I think that we should not be patronizing a country like that.
That's degenerate, as far as I'm concerned. They're literally propagating degenerate behavior. And my thing is
racism.
Yes,
is
racism.
What they're doing.
But you know what's so stupid to me is that you white people. Well, also I want to kind of I'm gonna get to them, but I want to say that this is an African country.
Yes.
You sit down there
in
all of your belly wood and say, I am going to sign this bullshit into law.
Yeah.
That white people can come to my country.
Yes.
My country that is running with black people, where we are the majority.
Yes.
And we are going to give you people a white-only town.
Yes.
The that you sit down there and say, I am going to go ahead and sign that into law. And I'm going to let them come into our country. Do you see Europe having a blacks only town? No, because it's stupid as shit. It's stupid.
Or America.
No, who does that?
This area
they don't
here
do a blacks only town. They don't do that. They don't do that. But you go an African country with all of your excellence and you decide I'm going to have a white only town. And now we're shocked that here they are here beating them up. Of course, if the white people are there feeling empowered because you have sat down there because they're looking at you like idiots. They're looking at you like cacas.
Yeah.
They let us have a whites only town. So of course we go abuse their people. They're stupid.
Yeah.
They're dumb. That's why they're doing that stupid. That's foolishness. You think you're extending the hand or that this is some good thing or some olive branch. They look at you like idiots, like you are dumb. Nobody does that. Why are you going to be a lapdog for white people? For what?
And what you're doing, you are having people not wanting to go. And I'm sure there are people of all races who will not go to South Africa with something like that.
That's so dumb. But it's nothing new. It's been there. We've known about it.
Like 2 years ago, when I saw that restaurant and I said to you, I will never go to South Africa.
I ain't going there either because it's stupid.
I will never go there. I will never. And it was one of those countries I was like, oh, it seems easy to get to. But once I saw that Asian person who was like, after 5 o'clock, you can't come here. My people coming here. I was like, oh.
You're going to and the thing is you're creating racism in your own country. Because the thing is, if you honestly think that they're going to sit down there and be like, oh, we'll just accept this whites only town, no, they're going to start demanding more stuff. Yeah. They're beating up black people that are running rampant there. And how dare you want them to come to your country and have a whites only anything? You're in our motherfucking country.
I know.
At the end of the day, you assimilate to us. Like, that's so dumb. It's dumb. Why
can't you just say that? It's not that difficult to say. America says it all the time.
Europe does it all the time. What are you talking about?
You have to get a citizenship. You got to learn. There's a book you got to read. There's some exams that you got to take. You got to learn about the history of the country. You got to know how to say the song, the national song and all that. Like, you have to assimilate to them.
But you decide, let me tell the white man, bend over so I can kiss your rear end. You can have a whites only town.
It's so ridiculous.
Where they do that at?
Like
South Africa.
I mean,
that's so dumb.
South Africa is like,
where's your pride?
And you have the history of the apartheid and how horrendous that was and how you suffered under the boot of these monsters, absolute monsters colonizers who committed atrocities on your people, and you decide with your eyes wide open to sign that stuff into law. Now they want their own money, and then they want to have their own port where they can go from with their plane to go out of the country, come back in. They can bring whatever the hell they want into your country, and you are not going to know because that port can only be run by them.
It's like you want to be colonized again or some foolishness.
Well, what's going to happen is going to be divided. South Africa will no longer, I'm telling you what's going to happen in the future. In the future, what's going to happen, you continue this rubbish. They're actually going to break South Africa up. And the part of it is probably going to have the name of this town. And then the rest will be South Africa. But the name of this town, they're going to create borders around that town. And that's going to be a country. It might be the 55th country.
Yeah.
And then maybe the Asians in South Africa too will say, oh, I also need my own Carvey. Because, Asia has so many people. There are not enough people to fit in their continent. They're looking for a continent to come to.
There's quite a bit of Chinese people here. I see them at the beach all the time.
Is what, the second largest continent?
Yeah.
Next to next to Asia, it's the second largest continent. But when I'm talking about, China and all those other Asian countries minus Russia, they don't have enough space for their people. Very soon South Africa will be carved into three.
Yeah.
There'll be a country for the Asians. I don't know what they're going to call that. There'll be a country for the Caucasians. They're going to name it after their Caucasian town. And then the rest will be South Africa. And this is something that you're perpetuating. And you're doing this without any thought process for the youth that's coming behind you. It's going to be a mess. You're creating a mess. And what you should have done, and I am so surprised that this was not done during the time of Nelson Mandela, where all these people that, you guys decided to forgive, right, for all the atrocities of apartheid, that you did not, put your foot down, that they need to assimilate into your culture. They should have a book, like how America has their book. You got to learn about their culture. You got to read about it. You got to take some exams. That's what you guys should have done. And it's just it pisses me off. But then at the same time, it's not, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. The Africans, and this is why you have the unrest that is literally brewing. It's brewing. You're not paying attention, you leaders, but it's brewing in South Africa. So, I was just disgusted by it and so hurt, and I felt so bad for those boys.
Yeah.
It just broke my heart for them. I've never, had that experience where someone will come and treat me physically assault me.
And then pull his hair and all that
you
stuff.
Say that I am where I don't belong. The youth are watching you guys, you lawmakers. That's why they can't take you seriously. Because you're creating these laws that are going to keep them in slavery. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Without
any thought process. I don't know how much you have to be paid. But freedom, your freedom, there's no price for it. There shouldn't be a price. And the freedom and the legacy you want to leave for those young black Africans, South Africans, there should be no price on that. And you're putting a price on it. And we're seeing it. But I will say, as someone who, now is an American citizen, but from Africa, from the continent of Mama Africa, I will actually say to blacks in the diaspora to stop. We have so much money behind us. Our buying power is phenomenal. And we need to stand up like we did during that whole apartheid. It was because of us, and a lot of other people who said, no, we're not going to support any company that supports South Africa. That's how apartheid ended. Because I remember there were some companies there that, if they said, Reebok was, or Coca-Cola was supporting apartheid, hey, I was like, okay, I stopped, and I love Coke, But that we have to do the same thing. There has to be an outcry from blacks in the diaspora to say, this is not okay. And maybe what we need to do is boycott South Africa. And you guys who are there, who have already made South Africa your home, who's a black person from the diaspora, you guys need to speak up. You have a duty to speak up and to speak out. This is
I'm happy it came out the way that it did, because a lot of people were quite outraged in the comment section, and I hope it causes an uproar, because it's mother effing ridiculous, really, that you have a whites only anything in Africa. If you want a whites only anything, take your ass to Britain or take your ass to Europe. That's where you're from. Or take yourself back to the Caucasus Mountain.
Yeah,
go somewhere.
There are a lot of places.
If that's what you want to go be with only white people, you can go there
yourself.
Exactly. You don't have to go to Africa.
But you don't have to choose Africa.
It's like you said.
Africa.
It's like they said, "Oh, let's come," but also the South Africans went there and perpetuated that. It's like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna come to Africa and we're going to go ahead and spread our racism."
Yeah,
that's what we're going to do. We don't really want to be around white people. We want to be around black people so we can put them in their place. Yeah, and South Africa said, "Yep, let me sign off on that. Yes. Come to our country and spread your racism." And
black South Africans were part of that. That's what's sad.
Disgusting. Like, y'all should be disgusted with yourselves.
How much is the price of your freedom?
It's so stupid, man.
How much is the price of the future of your youth? There should not be a price. There should not. That question should be moot, because there should never be a price.
Yeah, y'all. But that's all we have to say about this rubbish that's happening in South Africa.
Yeah.
But I put it at their feet. I put it at the South Africans' feet, because y'all started this shit. I will never go there. Y'all started this. The fact that you even signed that crap into power, and now they're here beating up black people in like a majority black country. That makes no sense. But it's your fault. It's the South Africans' fault. Whoever was in law, whoever was the governor, I blame all you fools.
Yeah.
I put it at your feet. Foolish. Now they're here bucking their chest. I've got 12 white grown men with pot bellies beating up people and grabbing a young boy's hair.
I know.
Foolish.
Yeah.
Real
foolish.
To
strangle them. They tried to
strangle them.
Assault. That's what it was.
They couldn't look to be more than 16 years old.
Yeah.
Stupid. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done. I'm so done.
Yeah, I mean,
I will never go to South Africa. I'm not even. No.
Not in this lifetime.
No, certainly not this one or the next.
Yeah, not in this lifetime.
Yeah,
absolutely no. There are way too many countries.
Yeah, to waste time on a country that doesn't know its worth. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I had wanted to go there because I wanted to go see that opera school that was there, and because my adopted sister Nangula is from Namibia, so those were places I wanted to go visit. But with this, oh no, I can't.
So I can't. So let me go to South Africa. So what has not happened to me in America can happen to me in Africa. Yeah, no.
What has not happened to me in my lifetime? like, why the hell am I going to go? What has not happened to me in my lifetime that I only see in books or on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
and experience it.
For what?
Yeah, no.
Is there no pride, no sense of who I am?
Yeah.
Like
rubbish.
And when you're doing things like that, they say we're a spirit having a human experience.
Yeah.
Mama Africa there is something here.
Yeah.
That honestly you dare not do things here because there are ramifications for it.
They're 10 times worse, honestly.
There are ramifications for it. There is something brewing in South Africa.
Yeah.
And you guys, while you all sleep, there's something brewing there. And the African youths are not sitting back. You might think that they are, but they're not sitting back anymore. It's like a new set of ideas. They are like awakening. And they're the ones that are leading. Those boys went in there unafraid. They weren't. What I loved about it is like they went in this pool to go enjoy the pool without any thoughts for these Caucasians who were watching them with animosity.
Yeah.
They didn't even see that. They were having their fun, swimming in the pool, frolicking. And I love that. And the reason why I love that was because it's not in their heart yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of the youth.
Yeah.
But this experience now has tainted them for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I hope what they get from it is to get into, politics or something, so that they begin to write in those laws that have been mishandled by the adults.
Yes, y'all. But it's Mary.
That's why the youth don't listen. That's why they don't listen to you in South Africa anymore. There's nothing you can tell them. This is the reason why. And soon they will start screaming out loud, out! It's enough.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yes, y'all. It's Mary.
And Amma.
We want you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment about
down
this.
below your thoughts on this. Were you shocked to know about the whites only town, or did you know like us? Or
and maybe we need to start a hashtag boycott South Africa.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put that hashtag down below, and maybe we should start a petition about boycotting South Africa.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do. Because why go to a country like that?
Yeah.
Why? What are we doing in that country?
Like people come to Africa. Not to we don't come here to experience racism. That's why we left America.
Yeah, and to like you don't do stuff like that, And even in America, with all its history, I mean, I still have yet to see them saying, yes, we're going to carve this part out for you, and this is going to be a black only town. You get to make your own money. Or Asian, this is an Asian only town, or a Hispanic only town. Like I've yet to see them do that. They never gave us
reparations. They never gave us our land or our mules. So of course they would never do that.
Oh, you mean the 4 acres?
Because the land would have been our place to carve up our own little space in America.
Right?
They never gave us that. So why would they do that?
That was a lie.
Exactly.
That was a lie.
So I mean, at some point, really, people have to just wake the hell up. I mean, South Africa, what y'all doing is stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Are sitting back too much, and then you're gonna be you'll be ran amok. Let history not repeat itself.
You've been warned.
That's all I got to say.
Peace.